Hey everyone, it's Chuck back with Chuck's Hobby Spot. Well, we finally finished the 55 Chevy. We finished the 55 AMT 1/16 scale Chevy Bel Air. We've been working on this thing for months and we finally finished it, and I think it came out pretty good. We built this car specifically for the Spirit of Speed show, but it will be debuting at Model Zona this year. So in a couple weeks, it gets its first debut. So we did finish that. We got a couple things in the mail. We got a package from Custom 3D Scale Creations. And he sent us a pretty cool package. So I think we're gonna do a video on that one by itself. So we'll do a quick video on that by itself. And we'll be doing another video on the next build that I'm going to be doing. It's a scale speed garage file. So we're going to be doing, our next car is going to be a resin kit file that I printed through Scale Speed Garage. Chris Bell designed it, and I printed it out. So I think it's going to be kind of a cool kit. I hope I can do it justice, and we'll look at that in the next video. So I want to turn this camera around, check out this 55, and also some stash ads. We did go to a couple hobby stores this weekend. I bought a few model kits, and I think they're going to be cool. So at the end of the video, I'm going to do a quick stash ad too. I hope you guys like it. So let's turn the camera around, check out what we got here. Well, here it is, guys. This is it in its final stage here. So this car is actually a tropical glitz color. It's right here. It's called Cuban Link. Tropical glitz, they have some cool stuff. I really dig that color. I think I actually laid this over a scale speed, or not scale speed, but scale finishes yellow, chrome yellow, I think. So I based it with that and then went over it with this. So the doors on this kit open. Normally they sag, so we did some modifications to this. So yeah, dude, here's the other door opened up. But that's the color of this. The grill is opened up. You can see through the grill. Let me see if I can get the camera down, or maybe just lift the car up a little bit. There you go. You can see the radiator through there. This car has working lights. You can see right there, working headlights and taillights. I cut and polished it. All the chrome was stripped off this car and re-chromed. So the interior, let me see if I can get a shot with this. As real interior on this car. Let me see here. It's real suede. All the door panels, all suede. I'm gonna take the camera off for a minute so you see if you guys can see the inside of this car. It's hard to show the interior on here, but here you go, the best I could, I guess. Seats are done. Panels are done. I made all the plastic around the panels. I 3D printed the shifter on here. Carpeted the package tray. I scratch built the roll bar in there. Yeah, here's something cool. It's got a dimmer switch. So I cut the trunk open on this one. Open it up here. Put the battery in there. It's got all the fuel lines ran in there. Battery and battery cables. The back half is a Scale Speed garage file. Let me put this back on the tripod. I know it's getting shaky here. Tail lights work. Back is a Scale Speed garage back half. I went ahead and bare metal foiled everything. I actually didn't use the decal that came inside the kit. I actually masked everything off and painted it. The wheels I 3D printed. And the hood, I scratch built all of this on there. I grafted it all in. I cut the original hood up. This hood was so warped, I didn't think I was going to be able to use it. And I had to get it straightened back out. And I went ahead and grafted a cowl hood scoop on there. I think it came out pretty good. So the engine, let's take this off here. The engine here, I'm gonna go ahead and lift the camera. Let me see here. There you go. I went ahead and 3D printed this. It was a file I had. I 3D printed it, a file off of Colts. I chromed all the valve covers. I wired the MSD box. I 3D printed that, the fuel pump, the brake cylinder. I went and wired everything up. I plumbed everything. I printed the coil back there. The linkage, printed all that. I plumbed the radiator, upper and lower. Still braided lines. Let me see if I can get a better shot at this. So. It's hard to get engine shots when you're on there. So I 3D printed the radiator. I think the radiator's from MCS. I think so. I printed that. Did a lot of stuff to this. All the linkage on the bottom, or the 4-link on the bottom, is Scale Speed Garage stuff too. So the front is, I forget, it's off of a file from I had in there. I don't know if you can see under here. I don't really want to pick this thing up, so it's just heavy. All the exhaust I scratch built. Bottom there. So let's see if I can get it better. There you go. There you go. All that stuff I made. I barely used any of this kit. The kit parts in this, I pretty much either made it or scratch made it. Even in the back here on the firewall, I had to cut that and recessed it in. Like I moved it all in to fit the big block in there. So that was a chore. I had to cut it, section it, cut it, and move it all back. So, but it came out pretty good. These bumpers. Let me see if I can take this back down. There you go. That's better, huh? These bumpers had bumperettes on them. So what I did was I cut the bumper in half. I sectioned it to move it all in. I moved it in. And then what I did was I cut the bumpers out. So I had to cut it again. The bumperettes, I had to cut it again in 2 more pieces. And I removed that and smoothed everything out, after I put it all back together. So it's been cut 3 different times. Same with the rear. I did the exact same thing to the rear. And then I re-chromed it. Look at the meats under there. Pretty cool. So Anyway, yeah, I think it came out pretty darn good. So I am happy with it. I hope it does well. But yeah, so enough of this. Enough of this crap, guys. Let's look and see what we got from the hobby stores yesterday. Let's try not to break this thing or drop it or do anything stupid like we always do. So that's a nice looking car, huh? Look at that. Look at that stance on that thing. So I have some of these already, and I want to do some builds like this, some funny cars. So I went ahead and picked up the Atlantis Mickey Thompson 1/16 scale U.S. Marines car. So I picked that up. I thought that would be cool. This one I don't have. I have a lot of the Vegas stuff. And I think next year I'm going to do one of these. I don't know if it's going to be a Vega or if it's going to be this. We're going to have to see what I do next. And my wife, Susan, you guys know her as Susan. She went ahead and picked one of these bad boys up. So it used to be Galaxy, now it is Mobius. So she picked this up, the 47 Chevy Coupe, now by Mobius. She picked one of these up. And I was going to buy one too. And I said, no, you buy one now, and then I'll see what it's like, and then I'll buy one after. But that's kind of what grabbed my eye right there. So, yeah, I would build it something like that because that's cool. So she bought this one, and she bought, where did it go? She also bought the new Revell 91S10 lowrider kit. So this ought to be a cool kit. I think she might get into some 3D printed parts on this. Might put some Supremes on it or something. I think that'd look cool. Then you got the die-cast car in there, so that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll do an inbox on this. If you guys want to see that, let me know. Comment in the comment section. Let me know if you guys want to see that. So anyway, but I bought a lot of this stuff because I use a lot of this styrene stuff. So the evergreen styrene, I bought, I don't know, tons of this stuff. So I just went and stocked up my stuff, seeing that I don't get out much anymore. So as far as to shops too much. So I bought some Tamiya tape, different sizes. I bought, some crazy glue because I was at the hardware store. Because they have a hardware store. And I like using crazy glue, so. We also bought some bare metal foil. A bunch of bare metal foil. And we bought a bunch of detail stuff, so. I bought a ton of detail stuff over there. We spent quite a bit of money. But that should keep me going for a while. So, anyway, that's what we bought. So, maybe we'll do an inbox review on the 47 Chevy, the S10, and that Atlantis kit. I don't care. I don't know how many of you guys out there are into 1/16 funny cars, but they are cool, and I want to start building some more of those. So, anyway, this video's been going on for 12-15 minutes, something like that. So why do you watch this crap? I'm glad you guys do. I hope you guys like the 55, and I'm sorry I have a mess on my desk, but stay tuned for the next video where we dive a little deeper into Scale Speed Garage, and we will talk about custom 3D Scale Creations 20s hot rod stuff. So he sent me that package in the mail, so we'll check out some of his stuff. So I don't know if we're going to do it all in the same video or if we're going to go ahead and separate the videos. We'll see what happens. See how long the video goes and see where it takes us. So anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for further notifications. Check out our Facebook page. Feel free to join our Facebook page And even post your YouTube videos as if they're model related. I don't care. So it's a good place to advertise you guys' YouTube also. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll have this thing up pretty soon. And you guys take care. I hope you like this. Thank you, and see you in the next vid.